Yes, guys. So today I'm taking lines and angles, questions based on lines and angles. Okay, as I did tell you in the first lecture series that I'll take questions based on each topic of this. Okay, I mean each topic of geometry. First I took lines and angles. After that I'll take triangles, then quadrilaterals. After that circles mostly, and then polygons, etc. Okay, so mostly questions are asked in the competitive examinations. Lines and angles are basics of them. Okay, triangles, quadrilaterals, circles. The three topics are majorly. Major sections of the competitive examinations. Geometry section. Okay, geometry section of competitive examinations includes mostly the three major topics: triangles, quadrilaterals, and circles. Polygons are also there. Okay, and lines and angles are the basics of them. So first I'm taking questions based on lines and angles as I promised you. Okay, in this lecture series, let me first remind you that what are the basics of lines and angles. As I did tell you, just reminding them. Okay, so then questions which are asked by the students, okay, of different examinations in the classes, in the class studies online. Also, students are asking some of the questions which are related to, I think, GMAT, CAT, or GRE or something. Okay, GRE, GMAT, SAT, CAT, provision officers, etc. So geometrical, mostly most of the exams of competition, they include this basic topic. Okay, what are the lines and angles? Let me just remind you. After that, I'll take these questions. 14 questions I've taken. There are numerous questions, but I've taken mostly these questions which are related to the topic, so that one can understand the basics of lines and angles. Okay, because they are used in case of other geometrical figures like triangles, quadrilaterals, circles, as well as your polygons. Okay, and then conic section also I took. So conic section also. So in every geometrical section, all these things are being used. Angles, lines and angles are most important topic. Okay, so let me take questions based on them. Before that, let me remind you about the questions. Okay, about the formulae. So just a revision of the formulae. Formulae or important points or important facts. Important facts regarding lines and angles. First, let me talk about line. If there is a straight line, then total angles made on this is a straight angle. This is 180 degree. Okay, so number one, sum of angles on one side of a straight line. On one side of a straight line is 180 degree. Even if I have taken number of, okay, from this is suppose central point, number of angles are there. Sum of all these angles will be 180 degree. Suppose this is, as I did take U, R, O, U, V, this is W, and this is X. So sum of angle U plus V plus W plus X equal to 180 degree. Okay, so in the below also, if I take the angles below this line, then sum of all these angles will also be 180 degree, because this is suppose U, V, W, X, and this is Y. Okay, again in this case also. So below the one side of the straight line, sum of angles is 180 degree. Here also, this is U plus V plus W plus X plus Y equal to 180 degree. Okay, this is about angles made on a line. Okay, on either side of the line. So this is one of the points. Then second point, sum of angles, okay, made on a point is 360 degree or 2 pi radian. This is in degrees and this is in radians. Okay, so for example, if I take this is a point and the total number of angles made on up and down, all these angles sum is 360 degree. Suppose this is U, V, W, this is X, Y, Z, and this is suppose A and B. The sum of all these angles is 360 degree. So this is angle A plus B plus U plus V plus W plus X plus Y plus Z equal to 360 degree. This is about lines. Okay, lines and angles regarding a straight line only. Now let me talk about parallel lines. What are the parallel lines then? Now these 2 points I've talked about. Let me now talk about what angles. Different kind of angles are there. Lines, still I am not taking parallel lines. Let me take parallel lines. Parallel lines here. What are the parallel lines? First point, suppose there are 2 parallel lines here. Okay, and one line intersect them. Then angles made above. This is transversal line. This is known as transversal line. Intersect line is transversal line. So this is PQ here. Yeah, this is AB. This is CD. So AB is parallel to, this is parallel symbol for parallelism, is parallel to CD. PQ intersects AB and CD respectively at points. At points, let me take PQ, this is R and this is S. At points R and S, then what are the angles then? An angle PRB, this angle PRB is equal to angle RSD, known as corresponding angles. The angles which are made above the parallel lines by the intersecting line, by the transversal line. Okay, so then they are known as corresponding. This angle corresponding angle, this angle corresponding angle to this. Let me take angle 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is 5, this is 6, and 7, and 8. Okay, so this is the other corresponding angles. Similarly, this angle PRA, angle PRA is equal to angle RSC. They are also corresponding angles. Okay, this angle is equal to this angle. Alternate interior angles. Let me take angle 4 is equal to angle 8. Angle 7 is equal to angle 3. Now this is angle 3. This is angle 7. Angle 7 equal to angle 3. Angle 4 equal to angle 8. They are known as alternate interior angles. This is interior angles. Okay, they are equal. Similarly, okay, the angles which are made, okay, this sum of the 2 interior angles below and above or between 2 parallel lines. What's angles 4 plus angle 7? Angle 4 plus angle 7 equal to 180 degrees. So the interior angles between 2 parallel lines. Sum of 2 interior angles between between the parallel lines. So angle 4 plus angle 7, 180 degree. Angle 3 plus angle 8, equal to 180 degree. Okay, so this is the interior angle. Similarly, angles made above this angle 5 plus angle 1 is equal to 180 degrees. So exterior angle, sum of exterior angles is also 180 degrees above the lines. Okay, this is below this line and this is above line. They are exterior angles away, and angle 1 plus angle 5 is also 180 degrees. Angle 1 plus angle 5, angle 6, this is 6, angle 6 plus angle 2, angle 2 plus angle 6 is also 180 degrees. They are exterior angles above angle, this angle plus this angle 180 degrees. This angle 6 plus angle 2 180 degrees. Angle 3 plus angle 8 180. Angle 4 plus angle 7 180. Okay, these are about parallel lines. Okay, so transverse line and two parallel lines. Intersection line is known as transverse line and the are known as parallel lines. And let us talk about other things. Okay, now what are the other things? Let me talk about some angles. But these are the lines and angles. Now I've talked about lines, parallel lines. Okay, and there is one other possibility about lines. And if there is a line, okay, suppose this is L1 line and this is L2 line, and this line is perpendicular bisector of this line L2. Okay, and then every point, if I join the end points of this, suppose this point is joined, every point lying on these two lines, they are equidistant, or we can say any point lying on this perpendicular bisector. Let me take this A, B, C, and this is D point. This is E point here. Okay, AE, let me take AE is the perpendicular bisector. Of line, perpendicular bisector of line BC or L2. Then take BC here, BC. So every point lying on this perpendicular bisector will be equidistant from AB and AC. Okay, so every point lying on the perpendicular bisector will be equidistant from the vertices B and C, from BC, from B and C, the vertices. Okay, so or we can say AB, AC. If I take any point from this point and from these two lines, that will be equidistant. Or from B and C, that point will be equidistant. If I take any point here, that will be equidistant from this B and this C. Equidistant. This point is equidistant. This point lying on the in this way. Okay, so every point lying on the bisector will be equidistant from the two vertices BC, B and C. Okay, that is the point here. This is about perpendicular bisector of a line. Now come to next thing. Next thing about angles. Let me talk about some more angles. Angles I have talked about. Right angle. Okay, an angle of 90 degree is known as a right angle. This we know about one thing. Angle less than 90 degree is an acute angle, or is known as acute angle. Right? acute angle. So we can say that suppose theta is the angle greater than 0 but less than 90 degrees is known as acute angle, and this is angle theta is equal to 90 degrees, and this is the right angle. Okay, then third one, let me take the third point here. Sorry. Okay, third point. Now angle more than 90 degree and less than 180 degree, known as obtuse angle. Okay, an angle more than 90 degree and less than 180 degree is an obtuse angle. That is known as an obtuse angle. For example, here 90 degree is less than theta is less than 180 degree. This theta angle lying between 90 and 180 degree is known as obtuse angle. Then fourth point, an angle more than 180 degree and less than 360 degree is known as reflex angle. Okay, what is a reflex angle? Now in this case 180 degree less than theta is less than 360 degree. There are 4 kinds of angles here, right? This is something about angles we have talked about. Okay, now let us take questions now. All these things based on parallel lines, alternative angles, etc. And if two, and that we know about, that if two parallel lines are intersected, let me take 3 parallel lines here. Okay, and these 3 parallel lines AB. This is AB. Let me take here AB, CD, this is E, F, and if I take these points, let me take S, T, U, V, W, and X. These are points here. And if this line AB is parallel to CD is parallel to EF, then these two transversal lines, let me take this is PQ, R, okay, PQ, and this is, let me take EF, I've taken GH, this is GH. Okay, so now PQ and GH are transversal lines. These 3 are parallel lines. Then what is that? SU upon UW is equal to TV upon VX. Okay, means these 2 parallel lines, but this parallel lines divides 2 other parallel lines in the same ratio. This is what about the parallel lines and transversal lines. Now come to next thing. What is the next thing? Questions based on these. All these questions now let me take. This is basic information regarding lines and angles. Okay, let us take questions. Let me now solve the questions. These are very important questions here. So they are based on all these facts regarding lines and angles. Okay, so that let me talk about now. Question number 1. Question number 1 says, in the figure below, that's the figure here, what is the average arithmetic mean of the measures of the 5 angles? Okay, the figure is, let me take, this is the figure here. Okay, we have taken this one point, and upon this point there are 5 angles here. Okay, and then this is the other angles. What are these angles here? This is 6A degree, 5A degree, 4A degree, this is 3A degree, 2A degree. Now it says that what is the average of these 5 angles? That is the point. Question is in the figure below. In this figure, what is the average? What is the average of the, or arithmetic mean of the average of the measures of the 5 measures of the 5 angles? Now here the 5 angles are 6A one angle, 5A second angle, 4A third angle, 3A the fourth angle, and fifth angle twice A degrees. Okay, so these angles are there. Now we know that what is the sum of all the angles on a point. Now sum of all these 5 angles, if I take, that is 360 degrees. Let me take solution. Sum of angles made at a point is 360 degrees. Now these are the 5 angles. Now 5 angles, their sum will also be 360 degrees. Now if I have to find out that what is the measurement of this, what is the measurement of this, what is the measurement of this, then the question will be arise that what is the value of A degree. Alright, then we have to add all these angles. For example, 6A, 5A, 11A, 4A, 5, 15, and this 15 and 3, 18 and 2, 20. 20 A degree equal to 360 degree. We can find out A degree is equal to what? We have to find out average. Just write 360 degree total sum of all these angles divided by 5. If we divide, this is equal to the average. Let me take here. So therefore, average of the 5 angles made at, let me take this as O point, made at O, a point in the plane. This is a point in a plane. Okay, a point in a plane. Total sum of angles is 360 degrees, but these are 5 angles. Okay, then therefore average is equal to 360 degree upon 5. This is 70, 5 7 are 35, and 5 to 10. 72 degree is the average of all these 5 angles. This is the answer here. Okay, just we have to find out average. This is 6A degree, this degree. This is just to confuse the mind. This is not to add them first, then divide by 5. What does it mean? Okay, that means 20 upon 5 is 4A. So 4A is the average of every angle. If I just take 4A, then that will be the question that what is A degree, then multiply that by 4. So if I take all these, so 20 A degree, total sum is 20 equal to 360 degrees. So A degree therefore is equal to 360 upon 20, and 0 cancel out. This is 18 degree. A degree is 18 degrees. Therefore, each angle 5A. So if I multiply this by 5, these are 5 angles here. Each angle then find out, and some will be then. So if I have to find out A degree, what is the value of A degree here? That is 18 degree. Then each angle can be now calculated. 18 into 6, 18 into 5, 18 into 4, etc. etc. Sum total will be 360 degree. So we are not to do all these. Find A degree, then find each angle, then sum them. Sum is total 360 degree. We know that. Divide just 360 degree by 5. This is shortcut. This is the answer here. 72 degree is the answer of this question. Okay, so this is how sometimes questions are confusing, but answer is very simple in this case. Find the average of all these 5 angles. 5 angles indicate that we have divided by 5. Total sum of the angles, whatever is there, divide that by 5. That will give us the average of five angles. Okay, arithmetic mean of that is the arithmetic mean. What is the arithmetic mean or average of the measures of these five angles? 72 degree. This is the answer. Okay, so we are not to find out a degree and that and this. This simple answer is okay. Question number 1, very important question. This. Let me talk about question number 2. Okay, so all these questions are taken so that one can understand that how to find out questions related to the lines and angles. That is very important point. Okay, so let me clean this. Now question number 2, again related to angles and lines and angles. Second question we talk about. Okay, question number 2. Now question number 2 is what? Now it says that in the figure this, what is the value of b plus a? Let me find out. Question number 2. Now it says that there are angles here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 angles. So above is 6 angles here, 3, 4, and let me take this 5 here. This is a degree, a degree, a degree, a degree, a degree, and a degree. So total 6 A's are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 A's are there, and then below there are 5 B's. This is B degree, B degree, B degree, B degree, and B degree. Now we know that this is a straight line, so above sum of angles is 180 degree, below angle sum is also 180 degree. Okay. Then what is said? Then what is the value of? It says in the figure below. In the figure below. In the figure below. Below means by the side here. Below, what is the value of? What is the value of? What is the value of what? B plus A upon B minus A. This is we have to find out. The first and foremost thing is we have to find what is the value of A and B. So first sum these 6 A degree, the 6 A's. So then value of B also we can find out. Then put the values here. First find what is the value of A. A degree plus A degree plus A degree plus A degree 6 times. Okay, is equal to 180 degree. But sum of all the angles above the straight line is 180 degree. Straight lines A degree, 6 A's are there. This is 6 A degree is equal to 186. 3 is 8 degree is 30 degree. We have calculated value of A, and below we have 5 B's, and 5B degree is equal to 180 degree also. Therefore B degree is equal to 180 upon 5. That means 5 3 are 15, 5 6 is 36, so 36 degree. 30 15, 3 remains 30, and 5 6 are 30. Sorry. So B is 36 degree and A is 30 degree. Therefore, B plus A upon B minus A is equal to B plus A is 36 degree plus 30 degree upon 36 degree minus 30 degree. That means 36 plus 30 is 66 degree. Okay, divided by 6 degree. 36 minus 36, therefore it is 11 degree. Answer. See the answer here, so simple question. In this way, we have to calculate first what is the value of B and what is the value of A, and after that substitute those values here, and then the solution is 11 degree answer. Okay, this is the second question. Sorry. Now question number 3. What is question number 3? Let us talk about it. Question number 3. In the figure below, that figure is there. What is the value of B? Okay. In the figure below, here I have taken here. This is the below figure. Okay. One line, second line only. Okay. And this is twice A degree. Okay, and this is twice B degree, and this is B degree. This is 4A degree only we are doing. Now one thing which I just forgot in the beginning, in the study, that if there are two lines which are intersecting lines, then the angles made opposite to each other. This is known as vertically opposite. Two straight lines are making some angles, and these are the two angles here. So vertically opposite angles are equal. That this is AB line, this is CD here, this is O point. So angle AOD is equal to angle CBOC. Let me take angle BOC. They are known as vertically opposite angles. This I just forgot in the beginning. Vertically opposite angles. This is, they are equal. Vertically opposite angles are equal, and this angle equal to this vertically opposite. These two are vertically opposite. These two are vertically opposite. They are equal to angle, and angle VOD is equal to angle AOC. Okay, so this angle equal to this and this. Use of this point here we have to apply. Now let me take question. The question here is that this is 4A degree, so vertically opposite angle is this. This is also 4A degree. Now this is twice B degree, vertically opposite angle is this, twice B degree. Okay, so we have just put the vertically opposite angles which are equal. Okay, therefore some of these, first of all, B degree is equal to twice A degree. Here B degree is equal to twice A degree. Why? Because they are vertical.